Alrighty, this one's from my boy Moon Man. I don't know your actual name, so I'm just gonna call you Moon Man, I guess. Moon Knight. That was a really good Disney show. You should watch that if you haven't. Alright, so brother, sorry for the wait, but here we are. We're gonna break down your swing just a little bit. Got a few things I wanted to point out for you. Hopefully I can give you some drills and give you an idea on what you should work on your swing, and we'll go from there. So just starting right off the bat, I always talk about grip, and then from there we go to posture and your takeaway and all that stuff. But we're going to start with grip. And right off the bat, we've got a really weak right hand. And I can tell because your right thumb is hanging off to the right side of the grip, maybe even down the line a little bit, down straight. What we want for that right thumb is to go fully across the club. So see how it's on like the same side as the rest of your fingers? I want you to wrap that thumb all the way across the club. That's going to give you a little bit more control over the face. That's just how we want to start with the club. Now I know you're swinging, I think, a driver right now. So this is a bit different, but the grip should always be the same. You always want that in your fingers and wrap that finger across. And again, I'll send you drills and videos and custom stuff so that you can see me break down that specific thing I'm going to point out in your swing. But that's step number one, is fix the grip, because that's how we hold the golf club, and from there, that's how we do everything. Now, with how thick your grass is in the backyard, it might be why you're picking up the club right here. See how like the beginning of your swing is you lifting your hands up right here? I just want to make sure that that is because of how thick your grass is. But if it's not, then that is something that we also can take note of. Now from here, I think it may be a little bit more than just your grass. Now, what you've got in your swing, your takeaway, is what we call very outside. So this right here, if you can picture where your club head is right now, I'm going to kind of go with, see how this is right here? I'm going to try to zoom in. Your club head should be moving like this, inside, and kind of wrapping up like this. And instead, if we follow your club head, you're kind of going a little up. See how your club head is starting to go to my right? Off the takeaway, your club head is going this way. See how it moves like this? It's really hard to just do with the frame by frame. But instead of going inside and rolling your hands, you pick it up, and the club face, I know it's dark here, so the frames aren't really great, but I can tell that your club face is very shut. So we want our club face to kind of roll open a little bit so that the toe of the club is facing the sky, and not have our face shut to the ball. Now I know these again are just practice swings, so it's a little different when you're hitting the ball, but I can tell from this swing your takeaway is what we call very outside. So if you want an actual visual of what that looks like, you can like look that up on Google, what an outside takeaway is, but it's not what we want. We want to get the feeling of more dragging it across the ground and then lifting it up vertical. Now, I have this mistake in my swing too, so I understand where you're coming from, trust me. But the takeaway is very important. We really want that to be clean. And this kind of middle part of your swing right here is it's just very off. And again, if you look at any of my swings on my YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, I have a similar move to this. It's not as exaggerated, but it's like slightly a little outside. And we just got to get used to more rolling. We just both of us have to get used to more of a kind of a rolling motion with our hands so that our club face is open, but drag it across the ground first. And again, I'll send you some videos which is like talking about this more in depth so you can actually see me instead of just me talking about it. But your takeaway is another thing that we really got to work on because it just helps you with overall control. Now, thankfully, you get to a really good spot at the top here. Now, ignore your head right now. We'll get to that in a second. But arm-wise, this is a really good spot. You get a perfect 90-degree angle with your right arm. With your left arm, it's dead straight. That's perfect. This is a great position. Now, something that we really do want to look at, though, is the lack of use of your hips. Now, part of your swing being bad is because you aren't using your hips. Now, I don't know why nobody told me this for the first 2 years I was playing golf. For some reason, no one told me you're supposed to turn your hips in the swing. So I was doing what you were doing, which is all of my arms in the backswing, and then kind of turning the hips a little bit, but kind of swaying and using my arms in the downswing, you are all arms in your backswing. Now, what we want is to be turning our hips away in the backswing, and that helps you get rid of what's called sway, which is, see right now, you aren't twisting your hips at all. You kind of just are moving your arms, and you're swaying your body to the left. And then when you try to hit the ball, see how your body is moving to the right? So look where your body starts. I'm going to put your body up next to the frame of the video. So this is where you start. You sway back. See how far your body has swayed back? This much. You started like right here, and you've swayed all the way over there. Okay. Now, as you're swinging through the ball, see how your body sways back through? Oof. And now I'm like halfway into your body. Your body has swayed now all the way through over here. So let's go back to where you started. That's where you started, and this is where your body went through at impact. Look how much your body sways. Your body's over there now. Crazy, right? So what that is a lack of using your hips. And really all it is just, it needs to be brought to your attention. How to use your hips in the golf swing, incredibly important. I don't know why it's not talked about more for beginners, at least. Yeah. Okay, so for your grip, Moonman, what we got is your grip, your takeaway. I complimented you on your arms at the top. That's a good position. But we really need to use our hips in our swing. And a good way to do that is looking at our knees and making sure our knees are doing the right thing. I've got all these videos that are going to really pinpoint everything that I'm talking about that can really, really help you out. If you just follow them and listen to what I show you in there, your swing is going to improve so much. It's crazy. Trust me, bro. I've been through this process. This is exactly what you need to get you on the right path to victory. That victory royale, baby. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. The last and final thing I'm going to tell you, Mr. Moonman, is we've got to get your weight. No, I've got two more things to tell you. One of them is your weight distribution. Now, in both of these videos, this one when you swing, after you swing, you fall backwards, okay? And this one, you swing, look how far you fall backwards. Oh my goodness, you're falling straight backwards. You almost fell over. Look how far you're falling backwards after you finish your swing. Boom, step backwards. The weight distribution is very poor right now, which means after we swing and hit the ball, we want our weight to be, so not so that we're falling backwards on our back foot, falling forwards if anything, but we should be able to stand, pick up our back foot, and not fall either direction. That is perfect weight distribution in the golf swing. And for you right now, what you have, A, because of your lack of hip movement, B, is the lack of knowing how to accurately move your weight around in the golf swing. We want 80 to 85% of our weight on our front foot in the golf swing. And unfortunately for you, because of a lack of turning, because of a lack of using your hips in the golf swing, you don't know how to accurately feel that. And so at the end of your swing, you've got nowhere to go except fall backwards. What we really want is to be pushing forwards. Now again, I've got all these videos that are going to really target all these things I'm bringing up, but this is just something to be aware of. So you can watch these videos and the reasoning behind why I'm sending you these videos. We don't want to be falling backwards. That is step number one. Okay, the last and final thing, and that's not just with driver. Everything I'm telling you right now is applicable to irons, woods, hybrids, drivers. Everything, your grip needs to be good, your takeaway needs to be good, your weight distribution more than anything needs to be good. If you don't get your weight through on the swing, you're going to top it, blade it, and chunk it. All three of those misses come from you not getting your weight through on the golf swing. It's crazy because those are like all the misses. It's all because of poor weight distribution. I'm telling you right now, Moonman, if you don't get your weight distribution fixed, you're never going to stop that shot. Now, that still happens to good people too sometimes, people who are good at golf. But it always comes down to that. If you don't time it up, if you don't have a good way of figuring it out, you're going to run into that problem for a really long time. Now, that doesn't happen to me so much anymore, but every now and again, maybe when like a sound goes off or I'm swinging really hard or something, I forget to get my weight through, and that happens. But that is always the problem. So always focus on the weight distribution, okay? The last and final thing I need to address, bro, is just your head movement. I don't know what is going on with your head, bro. You look like a friggin' bobblehead right now. I don't know what's happening. Look at your head, bro. It may not seem like something you're doing on purpose. You may be doing this without even realizing it, but I'm just pointing it out. This is freaking weird, bro. I don't know why your head is doing that. You do not need to be doing all this movement. That's throwing off your body posture. It's throwing off your whole swing. Even if everything in your swing is perfect, but your head is moving around like this, dude, you're just cooking yourself. Now, everything else that I brought up is really going to level up your golf swing like so incredibly much. If you just listen to these videos I'm sharing with you, your golf swing is going to be so freaking good, bro. Just trust me. You really need to get your head posture, head movement figured out, because even with all those good things helping, if you can't keep your head steady and your eyes on the ball down the line, it's going to mess you up so much. So nip this in the butt while you can. I don't have a video for head posture and maintaining good head movement, but it's going to be similar to what the one for swaying is, which, excuse me, sorry. The swaying video is also going to help you a lot. You can apply that similar thing to your head movement. Putting your head up against the wall as you're taking a swing. I'll make a video for this because a lot of people struggle with this head posture, head movement craziness during the golf swing. This would be a really helpful video. So your video is kind of pointing it out to me. I need to make this drill for other people too. Putting your head up against the wall, crossing your arms onto each shoulder so your hands are crossed, kind of like Wakanda, and then going through the motions of a golf swing while trying to keep your head steady up on the wall. That is going to help your head movement. Get used to what it's like swinging without all of this head movement, because that's really going to mess you up, I'm telling you right now. All right, dude. So a lot of things going on. I know that was quite a bit, but you've got quite a bit going on in your swing. So knowing all of these things that are wrong and watching all the videos I'm going to share with you is going to help you so much. So we got takeaway, we've got grip, we've got using your hips, we've got swaying, we've got head movement, and we've got weight distribution. That's 6 things, bro. Now, I know that's a lot, but I need you to just break them down one at a time. Work on them one at a time. They're not all going to come immediately, but these are all the things you need to work on to make your swing at least playable. What you're doing right now on the course, I would actually be so floored if you were breaking 100 with all that stuff, because everything in your swing is so inconsistent. That would be a friggin' miracle if you were breaking 100 somehow. You are going to easily break 100. If you can implement all of these things, you'll be, then at that point, you just kind of work on your consistency. But if you can implement all these things, holy crap, your swing is going to be so good, bro. I'm really excited for you, because although you have a lot to work on, that means there's a lot you can improve on. So break it down, go slow, get all the feels. Don't start swinging 100% every single time you get to the ball. Get used to swinging 50%, 60%, 70%. You on the course should be swinging about 80 to 85%, kind of like your weight distribution on your front foot. That's how hard you should be swinging at the ball every time you're hitting the ball, whether it's driver, iron, chip, doesn't matter. Or not chips, but you know what I'm talking about. When you have like a fuller swing, you don't need to be swinging out of your shoes. Swing smooth. We want to hit the ball smooth, not hard. Decrease the amount of errors that you bring into the game. And dude, your game is going to skyrocket. Just trust me. Your swing is going to be so good if you can just follow these instructions. So stay tuned for all that stuff that I got coming. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support, dude. Make sure you subscribe to the channel that you're getting this video on right now. And yeah, bro, thank you so much for the support. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.